just turned 6:49 on this Saturday morning, which for many areas is starting out comfortably cool, and we even have some pockets of low cloud cover and patchy fog along the Front Range. Looks pretty gray right now at Mugabug Pest Control. There's really no wind of note in the area, and the clouds will help to slow our warming today, but we still expect to get pretty hot as we move into the afternoon. Temperatures dropped out at Parkview Medical Center, but we've been in the mid to upper 50s around the Steel City this morning. Again, the wind is calm. We don't see the low clouds at Parkview Medical Center that we've seen across Colorado Springs. Just a few clouds floating around on top, up high. But looks pretty nice this morning. And it feels pretty good, too. Skycast shows as we head into noon, though, mostly clear conditions. And once that happens, the sun's going to start to do its thing, and we will begin to warm up. As we move into the afternoon, some clouds may pop up along the Front Range, but notice at 4 o'clock, Skycast has not fired off any thunderstorms. We think most areas are going to remain dry, especially along and west of the interstate during the day today. And we will eventually get warm. Now, it'll take a little while today because of the nice, cool start, but we should end up eventually reaching the lower 90s in Colorado Springs. Most areas out here across the Arkansas River should top the century mark. Higher terrain, get up high enough, you'll have 70s, but most of our mountains and mountain valleys should be in the lower 80s. Salida might actually hit 90 later on today. The other factor here to consider is the wind. That's going to start to pick up too, and as it does, out of the southwest probably this afternoon, conditions will become increasingly favorable for the spread of wildfires. So the National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning that goes into effect at noon and lasts until 9 o'clock for all the areas you see shaded in red. And that includes everybody along I-25 and west in southern Colorado. So we do expect conditions to go downhill in that regard through the day today. Now, right now, what's keeping us in good shape is we actually have a good bit of water in the atmosphere, at least right up here against the Front Range, thanks to some thunderstorms that blew up on the far eastern plains late yesterday and moved off into Kansas and Oklahoma for sending that our way. But notice at 4 o'clock, the green starts to recede away from the higher terrain again. So this is why we think things will begin to dry out. Now, we'll keep you pretty moist on the far eastern plains, and with that in place, there's still some potential for an isolated strong storm or two anywhere in eastern Colorado, really, though I would suggest that most likely this is going to occur north of I-70. We'll keep an eye on it for you, but at least you won't have to worry about the fire weather concerns over areas that are a little bit farther off to our east. All right, Skycast shows that as we head into the evening hours, partly cloudy conditions, that's probably all we should expect. Again, rain not a real great threat for us. Tomorrow there might be a slightly better chance for a rumble of thunder in the afternoon around Colorado Springs, though I still wouldn't expect much rainfall. Maybe on Monday. There are some indications that the water in the air will start to increase Monday, so we'll probably ramp up both the intensity of the storms and the coverage, and that'll help to cool us off some too with highs in the 80s. Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got that shot for a token storm in the forecast as the monsoon flow begins to become better established. Those storms in the middle of next week are most likely over and near the mountains. But as we head towards maybe the end of the week, they should start to pick up in intensity and maybe give us a better chance for some heavier rain. So that'll take the edge off the heat at times during the afternoon hours, although it still looks to be pretty warm each day. Pueblo, I don't think your chances for rain are all that good over the next 7 days. Maybe on Monday, that would be the one exception, and we'll have you in the mid-90s on Monday. Because you're a little farther from the mountains and that monsoon flow is just starting to kind of get its stuff in gear here, I'm not sure it's going to help you out too much next week, but maybe by Friday we'll have another round of storms for you. Canyon City, we're going to keep you in the 90s for the better part of the next 7 days. Overnight lows in the 60s. Monday looks like in the short term your best chance for some rain, and then afterwards we'll see if we can't just get a brief shower to fire up as that monsoon flow starts to settle in a little bit. And that will affect that monsoon flow mountain areas probably a little bit more so than lower elevations. And so I think starting tomorrow we will get into that pattern where we should expect daily showers and thunderstorms over the mountains. Some days more than others, and some days may be better capable of producing some heavier rain, but they should become a bit more routine. And that'll take the edge off the heat again a little bit. We'll drop the temperatures back into the 70s. So, you know, there's some indication that this thing is starting to get going. It's not quite where you'd like it to be yet, especially with us having to talk about fire so much. But it's better than nothing.
Exactly.
So something's starting to come around, and we'll keep tracking it.
All right, Marty. Thanks so much. Sounds good.
You're welcome.
We'll use a